Hi, this is Ed Harrow, the chair of the Hopkinton Open Space Preservation Commission, just giving you a rundown of what we did at our last meeting, which was pretty exciting because we had a big party. Now, the unfortunate side of the party was the guests of honor couldn't be there in person. They were there virtually. So those of us there in person got to eat the goodies. We had another carrot cake from a secret source that was nearly entirely devoured, but not quite all. And I got to take the leftovers home, which are now done. And then I contributed my traditional loaf of Irish soda bread, which I learned to make from the aunt of an old girlfriend many years ago. And I basically know the recipe by my memory. I don't even have to really look it up, but I do just because I want to be careful. And I'm proud to report there wasn't a crumb of that left over. So we had a grand time. And so this is on town records, it's known as the Jenner property. What it will be known as henceforth is the Rice Woods. And this is a 40+ acre parcel located between the DCR property on Route 85 and Saddle Hill Road. There's town-owned property on the southerly boundary. The DCR property is on the east and northerly boundary. And then there's a little strip of land that comes down owned by a private party. And yeah, we would like to get that land too. So we're going to work on that. So we're going to have a tour. Tentative date is the 14th of October, so put that on your calendar. And we're going to figure out, because I'm sure we're going to have hordes and hordes of people. We'll figure out like the busing arrangements to get people in. And you know, it's a bit of a walk, but it's an easy walk to get to. Very easy trails. There are no trails on the property per se, and part of the reason that we're scheduling the walk for October is to get rid of hopefully the bulk of ticks and things like that, but we will again be cautioning people about that. It is a lovely piece of property, and it's a great addition to the town. And there was a lot of hard work done by Norman and Ken Weissmantle and the CPC and Halt. The family first offered usually the property to Halt, but there were some issues that came up that couldn't be dealt with. And so they offered it to the town at roughly half the assessed value. I can't begin to thank all the players enough. So thank you all. And other than that, it was an exciting meeting. We talked about the fence at the Whitehall Conservation Area, which is in a state of decrepitude. And we basically are of the opinion that it needs to go. And we talked about the sign that needs to get put up at the Whitehall Conservation Area. And I think because it's going to be on 2 posts, we're going to make use of one of the holes from the fence post. So we only have to dig 1 hole. And hopefully we can find a hole of a convenient distance of about 3 feet from the first hole without a big rock down in it, and get that done. We talked about the tree pruning that was done at the Whitehall Conservation Area. And that came out quite nice. The trees look a lot better. One tree in particular was really, really badly beat up by the bittersweet that had climbed up all over it and started pulling things down. And we talked about some property in the backwoods off of Hill Street that's of interest. And lastly, we talked about the parcel that Mr. Umana has started to work on for putting on a solar industrial complex, but the neighbors are unhappy, and so the neighbors and the town and Mr. Umana are now talking about possibilities of the town acquiring that as open space. That is extremely preliminary, and I'm not making any forecast on how that's going to turn out. Other than that, I think that's generally it. So again, we had a nice assortment of people that came to our meeting. Unfortunately, we invited Norman, and Norman had other obligations. We had Muriel Kramer, the chair of the select board, come. We had Maury Gasser and Barry Rosenblum from Halt come. And we had one other person, Donna, and I can't remember Donna's last name, for which Donna, I greatly apologize, who came to kind of see what we're all about. So anyway, you're all welcome to come anytime. It's a big, exciting time. I can't promise you that when you come, that there will be carrot cake and Irish soda bread waiting for you. But if you give notice, might happen. Okay, that's it from here. Thank you. Have a great time. Bye-bye.